The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Buffalo Bills. The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Second down, here's Chubb again. Chubb will have the first down and much more as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. 42 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. On first down, they'll run with Chubb.
Ronnie Harrison that time able to make the tackle.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They go with Chubb on second down. Pushes him over. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So from the 2, now they move back to the 7-yard line. First and goal. completion. It'll be second down. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. Second and goal. They'll try the air now with Watson. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Bills. T.J. Hockenson from 8 yards out. And the Bills are on the board here first in the season opener. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Romero. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Now Gordon on first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
To throw on second down, Romero. That's complete to John Ross. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. Looking to throw. Romero. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off of play action, it's Watson. Rolling to his left. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now...
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big gain there for the Bills.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And, oh, that would get a wide up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. A shotgun snap for Watson. Flushed out right. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Nick Chubb, 29 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And we see James. He will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Well, another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from it?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Touchdown, Eagles! A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. McCann now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
Oh, you got to feel it, baby.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown.
But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watch.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Watson. Flush to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is caught. Touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, 37 yards. And the Eagles on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get into field goal range. Eluding the pressure right. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ramirez. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From the 50, it's Watson. Flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On first down, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 3 yards remain for second down. Now Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ramirez. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hilton. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Open man is Gordon, complete.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Some early fireworks from this rookie quarterback getting the start in week 1.
And every time a rookie quarterback gets to start week 1, you and I both know the extra attention that comes with it. We know that he's going to throw the football, but will he make the right decisions? And in this case, with his legs, he showed the defense there's an extra dynamic to his game.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
That's out to the flat for Gordon.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and all of a sudden here it's third down. Off the play fake. Romero sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
McCann's kick up and good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
They run it again with Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Now it's Watson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 33.
That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Watson now to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Back to throw. Watson. Drops it off for Chubb. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. From their own territory, an incredible play on 4th down. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Nick Chubb, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Off play action. Romero rolling to his right. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So a nice throw there. And, CD, I have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
Now, you know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
73 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Gordon.
That's right, baby.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Oh, some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Out of the gun, Watson flushed out right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Now a first down throw, Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jamin Davis.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Off the play fake. Romero out to his left. To Gordon, out left. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up a third down. Looking to throw. Romero escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive. And in a relatively...
Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Flush to his right.
He'll take a shot here for Patton.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. Touchdown, Bills! Nick Chubb with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. The Bills say they have it, and they do. So they needed the onside kick, and they got it. Now they need a field goal.
And that's the beauty of this. They don't have to get 6. A field goal ties the ball game for them. Nicely executed play.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. To throw, Watson. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses will focus so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Watson's throw into the hands of Boyle here.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
Now Watson. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Watson. This one is caught. It's Patton. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have as well as they understand where they are on the field.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Watson. And he's got it. And he's across for the touchdown. And it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Buffalo, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.